Zane Show Podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. From the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio, Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. Already dog acting up. I think she wants to get on the couch. There has been a lot of activity around here for this early in the day. I'm going to put a little puppy dog here on the couch. Come here, little one. Oh, yeah. Okay, come on, big girl. Oh, so big. There you go. As I was putting the finishing touches on what I wanted to talk about on the show today, I took a look at the Where's My Family app on the old phone. And in real time, I was watching as the Queen of the Forest was headed our way, literally moments away. I got the old puppy, young puppy, and went out to the front yard, was waiting for her as she was dropped off. And so good to see, so happy to see her. It was just great. And now life can resume for a little while normally. She is a little bit flabbergasted because she walked in and said hello to the NFK, and she was met with, and she wants to kick some ass over that. Should probably get her on right away. Ask her how the trip was. I haven't had time to discuss much of anything with her. She's already trying to put the house back together. Hang on a second. Hello to you.
Hello.
How does it feel to be back home?
Wonderful.
Seems like you were met with kind of like a grumpy Gus when you came home from your time away and you said hello to your brother.
Yeah.
That did
exactly.
not. If he had the capability to earn Pooh Bear points, I'm suspecting he would have lost them with that.
For sure. Probably all of them.
You can't be grumpy to our Pooh Bear.
No, I mean, I'm gone for a week. I say, hey, Kelly, very excitedly, and I get, hey.
I don't know what he could be grumpy about. I mean.
And I saw him playing with his tooth a couple times. Maybe that's bothering him.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a tooth issue. Well, he had a great visit at the doctor yesterday.
Which is awesome.
He's in perfect health.
Of course he is.
Yeah. He's in better health than you and I combined.
Which is quite interesting, really, with how he eats.
Yeah. Like his weight is down. His blood work is great. You know, you and I we got one foot in the grave. And he's going to end up getting all of this. He's going to be like a baron in charge of the property.
No, that would be a disaster.
Oh, I know. Can you imagine the neighbors? They would be like, "What the hell? What is going on over there?"
Exactly.
Okay. Well, so we're together for a short while, and then I'm leaving you. That's terrible.
It is terrible. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I won't see you till like Sunday.
I know. If I had, dog care, I would be able to go with you, but our doggy daycare is on vacation.
Right. Is that the reason why?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I got to drive halfway across the country into that apocalyptic war zone that is out east.
Where I just came from.
There you just came from. And, oh, my God. Highlights, did any of the young people on the 8th grade East Coast trip, was there anyone that got in any that was a little bit suspect in behavior?
Well, a few of them got Hershey time.
Hershey time?
Mm-hmm.
Can you go over again what Hershey time is? Is this something that we should be aware of for Pride Month?
No. Hershey time is our last stop of the trip is Hershey Park. And if you act like a bunch of nimwits and do things that you shouldn't be doing and saying things you shouldn't be saying and whatnot and whatever, then they get so many minutes of Hershey time, meaning once we get into the park, they have to sit for however many minutes of Hershey time they've earned before they can actually go and enjoy the fun.
Are the minutes kind of doled out on the? Is there like a set standard, or is it is there an arbitrary number? Like if someone told Mr. Fails, the boss, to fuck off, how much Hershey time would you get for that?
He would. Well, that would probably be probably about a good half hour of Hershey time.
A half hour? It should be the whole time.
Or hour, and then probably a phone call home.
Oh yeah. Hey, did anybody get a phone call home for poor behavior?
No.
By the way, a moment ago, you combined something again. You'd had a free beer word scramble.
I did?
Yeah. You
What
said if the young people are behaving as, quote, nimwits.
Oh, it's dimwits, isn't it?
Yeah, you combine like Nimrod and dimwits to give us nimwits.
Well, that still kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What did I say? Nimwits or dimwits?
A nimwit.
I think that's a thing.
All right.
I don't know, though.
All right, this is good, but you're right. I am. It's a little strange that I have to head out, but that's just the way it lines up. I agreed to do this a year and a half. Well, almost 2 years ago, I agreed to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Be the officiant at this wedding, and I'm sorry.
You should have a good time.
Oh, I'll have a great time.
Yeah.
Someone made the point that Aram says we are sacrificing tomorrow's podcast because there won't be a live show. However, I have an update as to what I'll be providing for the audience. For Matthew, who doesn't even listen. Did you know that? Matthew doesn't even listen.
Huh.
No.
Oh, he's too busy yeeing or whatever he does.
Yeah, that's his thing. He yells yee yee, which I'm not sure what that is. I think that's a country music thing or a hillbilly thing.
Well, I think there's, he's like the number one over the top, self-proclaimed number one fan of Granger Smith. And I think Granger Smith does that yee thing.
What's Granger Smith? Is that a farm equipment company?
He's a country artist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he goes, yee, yee. And everybody goes, yeah.
Evidently, I have no idea.
Okay.
But if you look on his Facebook page, he'll tell you, hang on a second, I'll even do this right now real quick.
Oh, don't even bother. It wrecks the momentum.
It's just because it says, oh, well, maybe he changed it.
Well, he announced some time ago that he can only be referred to as Matthew.
Not Matt?
Correct.
I don't think I've ever called him Matt. Anyway, so.
Well, that's good. He loves that.
Yeah, you know how when on your Facebook page you give details like info about whatever?
Yeah.
It says biggest fan at Granger Smith.
Oh, okay. Yee yee.
Yeah, yee yee.
All right. So
yeah.
I'll be paying attention to that.
Sure, he'll be yee-yeeing a lot.
Yeah, he's like, you know what also he's the number one fan of?
Huh.
The world famous free beer and hot wings show.
Yeah, this is true.
So, I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah. I think he just loves everybody.
He doesn't have a bad bone in his body. He's very sweet. You know? And his lovely fiancée, soon-to-be wife, Amanda, is one of the sweetest people on the planet. I love her to death.
Yes. So is it Scranton that you have to go to?
Yeah, that area.
Okay. Yeah, it says on his Facebook, biggest fan at Granger Smith yelling yee yee and singing all of his songs.
Okay. Yep. You're right.
So that's all Granger Smith related.
Okay. Yes. This is so cool.
I'm thinking, like, when you introduce them, if you're like at the reception and, well, there's probably a DJ, but if for whatever reason you have to introduce them as Mr. and Mrs. Barossa for the first time, you yell, yee yee.
Barassa. Yee yee, Barassa. He came all the way to Grand Rapids to see a, what do you call it? A Griffins game.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Against the, I think they're the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he walked into Pepino's. Dean tried to molest him, and then he went, yee, yee. And then, whatever. He was good to go.
Yeah, he was like 19 at the time or something. I don't know. I don't even think he was of drinking age at the time. Because he's Jackie's age.
He is Jackie's age. I see Matthew is in the chat right now. And I don't think we've said anything bad. He wrote, hey, fucker, you talking about me? And what's weird is his handle. It says Matt Balloon 1115. But I think it should say Matthew.
Yeah. And I'd never heard of him to swear.
I haven't either. I remember him saying yee yee a lot. But I don't think I've heard him say bad words before. So my world is topsy-turvy. And there's all sorts of audience members who are annoyed with Matthew because they're suggesting, well, I even suggested that Matthew, he's not a regular listener. He loves listening to Freeburn Hot Wings, but I don't know if he's listened to me that much that recently.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But
right.
The story goes that nearly 2 years ago, he drove all the way from where he is from, Yee Yee country, to Jersey City to hang out with you and I.
Yeah, he did.
He writes,
his beautiful bride to be.
I love her. She's so sweet.
And we ate at that. What's that place called?
Surf City.
Yeah, Surf City.
And we're going back there in 2 weeks.
Yeah, in like 3 weeks. Hopefully the air quality is better by then.
Oh, my God. Matthew says, I've gone back and listened all last week. Well, that's good because, frankly, if you didn't have any ideas of what was going on in the show, everybody here would be annoyed with you, Matthew.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go catch up on some sleep now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You had to drive through the night from Hershey Park.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? God. And there's you're not like reclined on that bus, are you? Is that like an old school bus, like wheels on the bus go round and round?
The seats do recline a little bit, but that's rude to do to the person behind you. But the only saving grace is that the chaperones get their own seat. And because, I'm not exactly tall, I can just curl up on the seat and and sleep. Probably better than most people, but still.
All right.
It's not really comfortable.
So you made it. You drove through the night. Here you are. It's time to, assimilate back to what we're used to. And then I screw everything up by leaving you.
Then you leave, yeah. But I'll spend the week. I have several open houses this weekend, so I'll go to those.
I wouldn't want to be going to. I'd rather be in a car driving than going to open. I hate open houses. Yeah. The only open house I would want to go to would be the Witten's open house.
Yeah.
So are you going to see the Wittens?
Yep, I'm gonna go see them for a little while. But I have 3 that start at 4, and Kylie starts at 4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kylie is just a dynamo, an absolute force of nature.
I have one at 11. I have one at 3. Then I have several at 4. but I don't know if I'm going to go to all of them.
Update on our friend Matthew.
Yeah.
As we talk. Sorry. What were you going to say?
I said, did we say yee wrong and he's correcting us?
I don't think so. I don't think you can. I mean, it's Y-E-E. It can't be anything but yee.
Okay, can he clarify what that means?
I think it's just okay.
It's
yeah, if he could, I think it's a show of excitement. Like, hey, everybody, yee, and then they go, yeah, yee. And I think it is. I think, like you said, I think that's something that guy Granger Smith would say to the crowd, and then they all lose their minds. That's how it goes. It's like that's brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, he's marketed it, and then people, they get like decals and they put it on the back of the truck. It says you'll be driving down the street and see somebody. It says yee on the back of the truck. I struggle with it because it's hard to say yee. You know, yeehaw is easier to say than yee.
I was just looking at Granger Smith's Facebook page, and it says that this year is his farewell tour. So what's going to happen after that? I don't know what Matthew was going to do.
Wait a second. He's fairly young, right?
I know, but it says Granger Smith Like a River farewell tour.
Well, what the fuck is he going to do after that? Maybe just nothing? To sit around and yell yee at people? It's interesting. That's something I can find out from Matthew. Maybe he knows.
Yeah, but you said you had an update on Matthew.
Oh, yeah. He was listening to this while he's at a gas station, and he picked up something to eat. And
was it a yee bar?
No, not a yee bar. He says, I'm eating a gas station, eating a hot dog that he put pickles on it with black olives and ranch.
Ew.
Why is that? Ooh.
A hot dog with black olives and ranch?
I think I'd be willing to try that.
It's not even lunchtime. It's 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, but he's been working for quite some time. I mean, he's working all the way up until, and I'm not sure exactly. I think he drives. Doesn't Matthew drive?
No, he used to drive. He doesn't anymore.
Yeah. I know that Amanda also used to drive, but she got out of the game. Something bad happened to her.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there was a bad deal when she was driving, I think, in another state, and there was an accident. And
no, that was Matthew, dumbass.
Oh, that was Matthew?
Yes.
I thought Amanda did it.
No, Amanda doesn't drive a truck. She's a little itty-bitty thing.
That's what I thought. I thought it was shocking. I thought it was shocking that she drove a truck. I was like, Jesus Christ. That wasn't her?
No,
yeah. For a second, I thought they were both truck drivers. They're like,
it was Matthew.
They like started the day. Like, see you later. Where are you going? I'm going to North Carolina. Well, yee. I'm going over to I'm going to Maryland.
We unfortunately missed Granger Smith when he was here. He was here in Grand Rapids on April 15th.
Now, is this the type of country where it's like, the type of country I like is described almost as like outlaw country or singer-songwriter, like Chris Stapleton and Jamie Johnson. Is he that type of country, or is he like, come on, baby, shake your ass, shake your ass, shake your ass, shake your ass, yee, shake your ass, yee, shake your ass?
I don't know. I've never heard of it. I don't think I know any of his songs. I don't know. I think, and what I'm gathering from his Facebook page, I think he's somewhat like religious, maybe. I can't tell.
Oh, So, ye, Jesus, shake your ass. Ye, Jesus, shake your ass. All right. That's interesting to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I gotta know more. You know what? I've got I got a long ride, so I'll check out some Granger Smith. I keep thinking of like an apple.
Oh my Lord, have mercy!
What? What happened? What? Did something just happen outside?
You said. You said.
What?
You said I have a long ride, but I thought you said I have a long rod.
A long rod? Well, contextually, that wouldn't make any sense. I was talking about Granger Smith, and I want to listen to. I wouldn't go, yeah, I got a, yeah, you know his songs. Wow, yeah, I haven't heard. You know, I've got a long rod, and I mean that wouldn't make sense. You're an idiot. Oh, God.
I gotta quit smoking. Okay.
Linda says Diana is slap happy from lack of sleep.
I think I am. I think I need to go to bed. Whew.
Okay.
Okay, well, I will talk to you later.
Yeah.
So everybody, hi.
Yeah, you're going to go down and try to talk to your brother?
I'm going to try and sleep first.
Why don't you go down there and say, oh my God. Now, you know, I don't even know what you would bring up because he's liable to bite your head off.
Yeah, like I'm not going to deal with that. Like if he's crabby and I'm crabby, that's like double crabbiness, and that's not good.
Well, yeah, I don't detect crabbiness from you though.
No, but if I don't sleep for a little bit, I probably will.
Oh, you might get a little agitated at him. You might want to kick his ass.
Right.
Okay.
And I got to sleep while I can while you're busy with the puppies, because then I'm going to have to take care of the puppies.
Oh.
Because you've been doing it for like a week straight, and that's high maintenance.
Oh, you're not kidding. I had big plans. I talked to this audience about how I was stoked about the prospect of really deep cleaning the house, and I didn't do shit. I couldn't.
No, I know. I got to clean this house too. I'll do that this.
It's so bad.
But when you said something about plans, I thought you said glands.
What the fuck? Rod and glands. I think that's two penis. Yeah, there's. I think that's. I don't know. It's two penis references.
Glands is a penis reference? Your glands is like your throat, isn't it?
This is a ridiculous conversation.
Okay, I gotta go get some sleep.
I need to look up glands defined.
Yes, your glands. Your
the glands is the rounded gland-like head of the penis.
It is not.
I'm just the reader. I'm looking at Merriam-Webster.
Glands. Glands.
Okay.
Glands.
Different. It sounded like you said glands, glans, which is in fact the rounded gland-like head of the penis. It's called the glands. But you're not good at this. You recall years ago. You know what I'm going to talk about?
No.
That you suggested that men have two sacks. You said on the radio, your sacks.
They do have two sacks.
No, we don't. We've covered this. There's one sack with a thicker line to deviate between the two sides for your balls. It's like like cinching the strap on a purse to some degree.
Okay, but this is the problem. When you have a saggy sack, it looks like there's two of them.
So are you suggesting that I have a saggy sack?
Sometimes you do.
Well, if it's warm, yes. The body does that to protect the testicles, keeps it low so they don't get too warm. It's a wonderful system of cooling. Yeah, there's not two sacks. It's one ball sack.
One sack, two balls.
Correct. All right.
You know some people only have one ball?
Yeah, that does happen. You don't need two. You can get away with just one.
If you only have one, does the other one just kind of bop around in the sack?
I don't know what the mechanism is.
Got all that extra room. It probably just bounces around like a ping pong.
No, I don't think the ball is floating in there. I think there's structures that attach it. It's all kind of connected. So I think that those serve two purposes: to motility of the semen and the sperm, but also as an anchor type thing.
I see. Yeah.
Little known fact that I just caught wind of.
What?
How many times has Linda been married? Once?
Linda Hall?
Yeah.
I think she's been married only once.
Negative. She just said both of my ex-husbands had one ball. So she's had two guys who only had one ball and another guy who was on the verge of losing the effectiveness of the ball because he was so old. She was dating that senior citizen, remember? I told you about that, right?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
All right.
Well, this has been wonderfully enlightening.
Yeah, this has been wonderful. See, this is why it's good for me to be home in the summer. Then I can be part of your show. Oh, yeah. That's in my opinion, something special. Yeah. But summer school starts Tuesday. Oh, come on now. I'm serious. What time do you, is it the same thing? You have to get up the same time? I think I have to be there at 8:30. What time do you get out of there? 2. What the fuck? It's only Tuesday and Thursday. So that's not bad. All right. Okay. All right. Yee yee. Yee yee. Okay. Love you. Okay. Love you too. Bye. Bye. I'm just shocked that Matthew is here. I like that. He's like, I better at least listen to some degree before this guy drives halfway across the country to see me. Matthew says, for the record, I usually don't listen live. Well, that's not why I thought you don't listen. I thought you didn't listen. There was at one point, Kenny indicated one half of the America's New Power couple, the Hinsons, that you had said it on like the Zaniacs United page or something like that, which I don't care. I love you. I think you're wonderful. I've always enjoyed you, and you've always been a wonderful supporter of me. And then when someone, you said something nice about me when you posted the picture of you wearing the Eric Zane Show Podcast t-shirt at the live show for Free Beer and Hot Wings, and someone referred to me as, hang on. Someone referred to me, God, this thing just crapped out. Hang on. Somebody referred to me as big fraud, and you were like, "What is why do you call him a big fraud?" And it's like, no, that's like my new favorite nickname that President Trump gave me. Occasionally, I'll talk to President Trump on this show, and he referred to me as Big Fraud Zane. That's what's up with that, and you would know that if you had listened regularly. But, for whatever reason, you were busy listening to
hot takes like vanilla ice cream is the world's greatest ice cream, which happened. There was a moment that I got wind of that Hot Wings said, all right, I want to take this time to announce to the world that vanilla is the best ice cream. And Ben and I on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast reviewed that clip yesterday in all of its glory. My God, they are so lucky that I am not there, because I think I might have lost my shit and put my fist through his fat head if he looked at all of us and announced to the world that vanilla is the best ice cream. I would be so annoyed, and that would actually be entertaining rather than, oh yeah, well that's pretty good. I love vanilla too. Because I would say, what in your right mind makes you think that anyone on the planet is interested in this stupid ass opinion of yours? Where have we gone as a show when you've made the decision that seems logical in your brain that you're going to use this time to explain to us and leave us no room to do anything with your announcement that vanilla is the best ice cream? I mean, where do you fucking go from vanilla is the best ice cream? There's nowhere to go. You just look at them and blink. Oh, I'd be so goddamn pissed off if I had to sit in a room where some buttfuck announces that vanilla is the best ice cream. You asshole. There was also a joke about someone's personal appearance on yesterday's show that seems to have made our beloved crazy Ashley, America's best dog stealer, to weigh in with, quote, I've never seen anyone who's all one color. Oh, fuck. What a stupid ass thing. So that's why I thought, Matthew, pardon me. I remember distinctly calling you, breaking down Matthew, who I will see tomorrow, that you made an announcement. Going forward, ladies and gentlemen, I hereby declare I shall be known as Matthew. From this day forward, God save the king. Matthew says, I think I deleted that post. Well, I want you to know that you're stuck with it. When I am addressing your guests as the officiant, as the power granted to me by the internet and the universal church, you will be known as Matthew. And that's the end of it. So, tomorrow, as we speak, in my brain, I am planning for you all on the free podcast to get segments that only are beat-ups of the Hinsons. Now, the way I'm going to do this is I have to go through and search on my platform just the names Kenny, and then later on another search of Amanda. Look at what happened. Banana worms incident. Okay, that's a good one. Crying about this. Amanda talking about stupid hockey and me screaming at her. There have been times when Amanda has pissed me off so bad that I pulled the plug on the show. There was one time she did something fucked up when I was, I think I had just gotten operated on for my kidney transplant. And she remembers, it was on Patreon. She pissed me off so bad that I pulled the plug. Now, there's no way I would do that now. Tyler says it was right before the donation. But I was in L.A. I remember that. She pissed me off so bad. And at the time, I wasn't on my meds. So maybe that had something to do with it, but not that much. I mean, Mrs. Hinson has really, really sunk her claws into me. And her husband, the gruesome twosome, have a catalog of catastrophic moments that I'm pretty sure a lot of you are going to love when I am away. So it'll be like Amanda beat up commercials, Kenny beat up. Amanda beat up, that's how we're going to do it. In case you don't know, after yesterday's show-stopping incident where these two dumbasses decided to have a conversation that it was literally like they were texting each other. It was so bad that caused, a glorious rage out moment. And thus creating. Now, I want you to know, when I create nicknames for people, it's not like, hey, I think I'm just going to go and call somebody fuckface for no particular reason. There's usually something that's happened that leads me to that. Something that has been done by the person on the show that now they go from being listener to the show to content for the show. They've earned, it's an earning right. Something has happened along the way to earn that, whether good or bad. So they are forever known as the Hinsons. Matthew says, EZ, I found the post that you were referring to about me being called Matthew. I just texted it to you. Aha. December 22nd, 2021. From now on, I would prefer to be called Matthew, not Matt. So this is my God-given name, and I respect that and hope you can too. Yeah, it's basically what I said. Should have added, ye, carry on. All right. So that's where we sit right now. Great time to head east. Smoke from wildfires wreaking havoc. However, I must kick several of you out. Well, a handful of you. I've been working very hard to keep the live viewers headed towards Twitch. So if you're enjoying the show on Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook, to get the entire live show, you must go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live or download the Twitch app and search Eric Zane Live. The audio podcast is available wherever you download shows. Please subscribe so you can get it every day in a timely fashion. If you have the opportunity to rate it or review it, I'd appreciate that. You can send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. The Patreon is free for 7 days. You sign up. Just go to patreon.com/Eric Zane, and you can sign up and enjoy it for 7 days. Today, I'll be posting the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, where we reviewed the Vanilla is the Best ice cream segment, and also talked about someone that is only one color. Everybody hated that joke, by the way. I said that in front of several people, Ben included, and they were cringing so hard with that blast. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Goodbye for now. Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Facebook and Twitch brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Follow me on those platforms, at Eric Zane Show on Twitter, Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page, and on YouTube as well. All those things give me little internet points, and they matter. Another key point that was discussed on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, the reveal of Ben's second podcast that he does was pretty fun. Yeah. Wow. Boy, that was the first one I was the first one to find that one out. My God. The looks that were exchanged when that one happened. Someone knew that they were fucked when those weird looks were seen. My God. Okay, hell of a time to travel out east because in Quebec, there's been like raging wildfires. And then the way the fucking smoke came down is causing like all sorts of terrible fucking breathable air. Like it's so bad. I heard that in like some part East Coast. I don't know if it was New York, New Jersey. Like some number. It's supposed to be way low on a normal day. It's like 400. And if it's like 150, it's the equivalent of smoking 7 cigarettes in a day. So it's like well over 400. So if you're driving around an area like that, you know that button on your car that it's like an icon of your vehicle, like near where the air conditioner is, and there's an arrow that's kind of like bending back towards the car? Drive with that on, because what that's doing is just using the air inside of the vehicle and not allowing air outside of the vehicle into the car. Because if it's sucking in the air from outside and just blowing it right in your fucking face, you're not safe. You don't want to do that. So it's hazardous. In fact, the Tigers are playing a baseball game scheduled for Philly yesterday. They canceled the game. You got to see this too. I've got a time lapse of the city of New York. This is yesterday at 11 a.m. It looks like shit. But that's nothing. There's no the fuck is that? Looks like everything just crapped out on me for some reason. There's no audio to this, but watch it. Okay. And then by 12, it's looking like orangish slight haze, but you can still see the buildings. Okay, now it's like getting dark by 12:30. Look at 1. It's orange, and now from across the river, that's taken from like, I don't know, half mile. Look at that. 1:15, it is absurdly orange. And then at 1:45, it doesn't look real how orange the sky is. My God. Ryan says, I'm so disconnected from the news. I keep hearing from weather people about the wildfire in the haze, but still don't understand where Canada is on fire. Quebec. So just north of this. You don't have to go far north from the U.S. to be smack dab in the middle of no man's land, Quebec, and it's burning like fucking crazy. So I will link that up for you in case you are. What just happened here? Looks like something weird is going on. All right. Hopefully that'll do it. Okay. Tyler says it looks like Mars. It absolutely does. Holy shit. What the fuck was I going to talk about? Damn it. There was something else on my mind that I was reminded of in the chat. I don't know. I already talked about the Hinsons. Boy, those two taking it on the chin. And I like how Amanda says, I made like 3 posts in a row. First of all, that's too much. And it was much more than that. And that was it. And one of them was only like 2 words. I think the bigger point is, well, first of all, it wasn't. You're understating, which is always is classic you. The fact that you constantly have to make it like it's the Amanda Show. You are the absolute number one contributor of things no one cares about. Absolutely. You are the one who thinks that this show on the chat is the Amanda Show. And I have said this 8 billion times. I use the chat as a tool because occasionally, more than occasionally, there are worthy comments that are funny, that are moving the content forward. People are actually writing good jokes that I enjoy, and it's the only, and that the audience enjoys. And I have no other way to communicate with people. So when one dumbass says, hey, guess what? This is about me now. I'm going to talk about my baby daddy because no one gives a fuck. I've never understood the inability to understand what I have parked on at length for vast amounts of time. And the message never gets through. And even after the beat up today, you're like, oh, that's so funny. I didn't do anything. My God. Kevin says, I thought it was the Amanda Show. Corey says the Zaniacs were guilty of this. Aram says, didn't several people ask Amanda about it? I don't know. That would be annoying, too. I know Kenny was like, hey, I'll buy it. I love you anyway. You're my wife. Oh. The point is, she brought it up. It was hers. I think I've done a fairly good job, and most of you understand what the chat is all about. Nick says, yeah, it's annoying when someone's good one-liner gets buried by a side conversation. Thank you, Nick. Chris says the impression. It's Edgar from the first Men in Black. Boy, you're not kidding. My face and neck have gotten so fat that when I scrunch it up and do that, it really looks contorted and stupid and hilarious. So I am capitalizing on my face fat. Kenny wrote, I realized it had gone overboard and I stopped responding. Good for you. That's why I only gave you 15% on the destroying the show credibility scale. Kyle says Zane is almost as fat as I am. In closing, I want Amanda here. I love her dearly. I'm not even kidding. But you can love someone and they can be a pain in the ass. And right now, she's actually doing very well today because I smacked her nose. Tyler says she left, LOL. Kenny writes, I would actually endorse Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic to get Eric to stop calling me Mr. Hinson. Or call being called her husband. That's what I'm trying to say. Aram says, how about bringing Amanda in as a co-host of the podcast? Well, that would become very interesting. I don't think she's talentless or witless. But yeah, I don't know if that would be a great idea. The Amanda Show featuring updates with Eric Zane. I would call it the Mrs. Hinson Show. All right. We have a lot to get to, and we're already like almost an hour into the show. Josh says, easy. Looks like you'll be right in the smoke band on your travels. This is the GIS, I don't know what that means, mapping tool I've been using to track the smoke for my outside activities. It updates hourly. I figured you might enjoy it. Yeah, that's interesting. Let me take a look at this. Oh, my God. How does this thing work? All right, I zoom in to the U.S., and we've got a code brown, it looks like, where I'll be in Pennsylvania. It looks like there's actually fires in Pennsylvania, 2 or 3. Red flag warning in red. There's smoke everywhere. In fact, it looks like the smoke is more dense where I will be than it is in New York. Or maybe it's a little bit of both. This looks a little bit like a stiff wiener, too. Look at Michigan. There's fucking fires everywhere in Michigan. Some are a prescribed fire. They're like lighting shit on fire to keep other things from causing a massive wildfire. Is that what that means? I'm guessing that happens all the time. You know, these wildlife experts, they know a thing or two, especially in Michigan. They know about how to shoot you if you poach a deer or catch an illegal fish, and how to kill a bear if it goes into a tree, and how to light these fucking fires. That's the Grayling fire, 6 miles southeast of Grayling. 100% contained. That is good. Thank you. I appreciate that, Josh. You're very kind. We're supposed to get rain on Sunday. More suggestions for the Hinson's new podcast, The Pure Romance Show with the Hinsons. I always liked making gravy with the Hinsons. That, I think, would be a fantastic show. The open and live stream. First of all, before I get to that, a reminder that Patreon is free. 7 days. Get it. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Berlin Raceway online at berlinraceway.com. I am giving tickets away through my Facebook page. Go and like the status. I'm giving away 2 4-packs of tickets. Otherwise, buy them. berlinraceway.com. Racing this weekend. Tickets $14 when you buy online. Maybe 16. I don't remember. But the best news is 15 and under free, parking free, and the concessions, the beer is cold, the food is cheap. You can bring in a cooler with whatever you want in it except glass containers and no alcohol. Buy your booze inside. BerlinRaceway.com. Had so much fun last time. You can too. Bring the family. BerlinRaceway.com. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage invites you to call upon them from no matter where you are in the listening audience when you're in the market for a mortgage whether it be your 10th mortgage, your first mortgage, maybe you've owned your home for a little while and you want to get money out of your house to pay off a high-interest credit card bill. NMLS number 3035 for the world-famous Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. And please mention my name as you get your red carpet 5-star service. Number 1 in the country for a reason, as voted on by their peers like Kyle Ryan. Thank you to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. And then there's Joe Martinez, who he sent that fantastic picture yesterday of what it looks like when you do not, in fact, get your AC cleaned. When he takes off that cover, oh, God, it looks like there's a shag carpet on those fins that the air travels through. It's that unit outside of your home with the fan on top of it. And my God, that is not a good thing. He will clean that off and make sure that it is in tip-top running shape. Reach out to Joe Martinez, 616-516-8579 for a $79 cleaning of your AC and tune-up. 616-516-8579. On Thursdays, I like to bring in Kyle from former show sponsor Dumpster Divers. I'd like to say he's still a show sponsor, but he's just on hiatus. I can't figure out any other advertising he'd been doing that would be better than this. But he seems to think that he knows a thing or two, so whatever. And when I first met Kyle, I was like, this guy is funny. He is an absolute legend personality. So I'm going to bring him in right now, as I like to do, for another edition of Let's Kill with Kyle.
Eric frickin' Zane, dude.
What up, Kyle?
Oh, just chilling, dude.
Yeah, are you seeing the story about all the smoke and shit?
I certainly am not. Like around here?
Well, it is here to some degree, but not nearly as bad as out east where, like the sky, it looked like it was orange with so much pollution in the sky in New York City from those fires in Quebec.
Oh, shit. No, I did not hear about this, dude. What the fuck's going on over there?
A bunch of land burning and then the smoke coming down to the U.S. We should be experiencing this visibly sometime today. In fact, there's been some moments where like the moon is rising at nighttime and it's like orange or red because of all the shit in the air.
The old blood moon, huh? All right.
No, it looks like the blood moon, but it's not because of atmospheric. Well, I guess it is. It's from pollution.
Man, that's I mean, I don't know what's going on in Canada for sure, but I know, like a bunch of fucking shit in we got the trains, of course, but like a bunch of farmland in the U.S. is burning and shit too. Everything's burning, dude. I know it.
It hasn't rained here in more than a month.
It's ridiculous, Eric Zane. I'm cheap, right? So Daddy's not going to water the lawn more than he needs to, and my lawn is suffering. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you've been letting it just kind of let Mother Nature take care of it, huh?
I mean, I water the fucking thing, but it's like I'm not going to, have $1,000 water bill. I'll fucking tell you that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've done that before, but then I feel like a fucking redneck, so I keep watering it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I make sure. It doesn't look like trash, but it's not up to my standards. I'll fucking tell you that.
All right, but it's better than paying the bill. I didn't realize you were like frugal.
Oh yeah, man. I am like in the business. I'm the frugal one. In my life, I'm the frugal one. Which of course, I mean, I'm married now, so I mean now I'm part of like the whole the the whole group where, it's like, my wife's spending all the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that's how it goes. But yeah, man, I'm frugal, dude. If we ain't got to spend or we can find it for a little bit cheaper, then hell yeah, baby.
So if the wife wants to go to McDonald's or go out to eat or something, are you like, no?
Well, okay, so food, I'm a little sucker for food. I will say that if the food involved, then the chances are I'm like, yeah, let's get it. But not all the time. I do get myself in trouble when sometimes Blue will wake up in the morning on like a Sunday and she's like, I could go for some McDonald's breakfast. And then I'll be like, yeah, do we really need McDonald's breakfast right now?
I'm you know what? I do the same thing until I'm hungry. And then if I'm hungry, I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. We're the same on that then.
Yeah. What do you hate to spend money on? Like if something on the house breaks, do you like, let's just wait?
I am. So let's get a little, let's open the window into the tendencies of Kyle's spending habits. How about that? As we open the window, here's what we see. My, structure of priorities and spending would be you always spend like the most money you can on a house because that's like an investment, like that's where you live. Spend the least amount of money you can on a car or like your vehicle, you know what I mean? Like obviously you want to keep it safe, but like spend the least amount of money you can on that because that's just a liability, baby. That sucker's going down in value every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't like to spend on the car unless I have to. But I like to keep the house looking, presentable, for when we ever need to sell it or whatever.
Yeah.
But then like clothes, and I haven't bought myself clothes probably since 2011, maybe.
Oh yeah, I am we are brothers.
Yes, we are brothers of different nationalities and different, but we're brothers.
Oh, without a doubt. I am wearing, like, one of the things I do is occasionally audience members will send me pictures of me taking a picture with them from when I visited their town or something like that. And then, the picture's 10 years old and I'm wearing a particular shirt that I still wear now.
I know, seriously, like, all the time, Blue's like, she has, okay, I will say she has bought me, like, probably like 3 or 4 pieces of clothing that she deems was fashionably acceptable, I will say, because the clothes that I brought into the relationship apparently are not up to par in fashion, I will say.
Yeah.
So, it's like, so I have to, I get cycled in and out of that. But for myself, yeah, man, I'll wear whatever. I'm just trying to be comfortable. And I tell you all the time, I'm like, listen, dude, to me, the only point of these clothes is to cover up my dick and balls and my fat tits. You know dude. I mean? Like that's
totally. In fact, since podcasting, which it's almost at 4.5 years, I can count on one hand the times I've worn pants.
Hell yeah, baby. That's the way to do it.
It's just sweats. It's just sweats and hoodies and T-shirts and Crocs, even shoes. The only time I wear shoes is if I happen to go running or there's a hockey game that I have to do PA work for. I don't like dressing and then when I do PA work, I have to wear like a suit and tie.
Yeah.
So it's either sweats or suit and tie. That's it.
Oh, no, it's so fun. And I feel bad, I will say, in a certain way because.
Hey, I gotta interrupt you real quick. Are you holding the phone like you're retarded because it keeps cutting out like you're pulling it away from your face?
Oh, you know what? Yes, I was being pretty animated, so that probably could have been.
Yeah, it sounds all fucked up, but I guess it's better. It's better now.
Okay, well, good. Shit, what was I just saying there? I feel kind of bad, I guess, in certain ways because Blue maybe feels like she's taking on my mother's role in certain ways because we'll like be going to an event or like gonna go do something, and 100% of the time I will either put on my own clothes and then have to change them because I did not do it right, or I'll just give up from the very start and just walk up to Blue and say, "What are we wearing to this thing?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can totally relate to that. It's like, what do we do now?
Exactly.
Tyler writes the question, To you, what do you hate to spend money on other than advertising?
Seriously, okay. So I know I in full disclosure for everybody who's wondering what the fuck's going on. We the company that will go unnamed because I'm not paying for it. The company that I am a part of, we fucking kind of got screwed on this. We signed off for this fucking like magazine type thing where we could advertise, like in your area, actually, Eric Zane, in the Hudsonville area.
Yeah.
And turns out we should have done like more research beforehand, but we got locked in this fucking deal that we did not think we were getting locked into. And it just costed us shitloads of money. And we're like, dude, like we didn't even want to fucking do it. We thought it was like only going to be for 6 months.
Okay.
We're like, oh no, yeah, and like you're locked into a 2-year contract.
Really?
It was a bunch of bull- so we've been trying to get out of it, but it's so it just comes down to like we had money allocated, and then now it's going into a magazine, and we're like, fuck, dude.
Let me ask you this: so the magazine shows up in people's mailboxes?
Yeah, I don't even know. It's called. It's like I think what you see is called like Hudsonville Living. No, I don't know. But what it is like it's a magazine about like local businesses, of course, but it like highlights local families and shit. It's like a community thing where like it goes into. Whether you've seen it or not seen it, but it's probably in your mailbox.
Oh, and how long has that been going on? It sounds like a real pile of shit.
It is. So we signed up for it, and we had allocated the money to it to not interfere with my buddy Eric Zane and this beautiful podcast. And then we just got fucked in our asses. So that was about the time when I texted you, and I was like, "Oh, we are fucked for a little bit."
All right, so, no problem. Well, you know that I'll still be here when that train wreck ends. I'll be on the lookout for it. I want to actually see it. I want to see where your money's going.
Yeah, I'm gonna take, whenever I get back to the office, I'll take pictures. We have like some of the issues that they gave us at our office, so I have to like see what it's called and let you know. But there's a bunch of shit going on over there.
I can just imagine in the latest issue of Hudsonville Living, it'll be like later in this page 5, say no to black people moving in.
Yeah, straight up, man.
All right. Interesting. That's all fun. Let's see. Tyler says he was just busting your balls and that he loves you. And, of course, we all do. And then I guess my question to you is, Kyle, what's going on in your world that you want to chat about on your end?
I will say this, Eric Zane. I have a birthday party sort of celebration happening on Saturday. Because Daddy's turning 34 on Sunday. Wait. What year? Yeah, 34 on Sunday. And so we're having this party, right? Which I actually, I did send you an invite to, knowing that you're not going to come, but I did it anyway, so you feel loved. I
didn't see it. Did you just send it?
No, I sent it probably fucking, I don't know, a while ago.
All right, 34 Sunday. I will be out of town, but I wish you a happy one.
Well, thank you, my friend. But so Saturday, so the party's Saturday, right? And so what this means, actually, as anybody who has ever hosted a party at their house knows, my wife has turned me into a fucking worker, and I'm not getting paid for it. I'm out there I'm slinging mulch. I'm fucking laying down that stuff you put under the mulch, like to a scientific degree. I'm cleaning the siding of the house. I'm trying to get the yard ready. Man, it's been a crazy fucking couple weeks, I'll tell you, Alexander.
That is interesting that you have to do that. Reminder, keep phone up to mouth.
Shit. I'm just going to talk like this. Is this?
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay. I literally put it on speaker, and the microphone is basically inside my mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a million times better.
Hell yeah, baby.
Tyler says the phone sounds like he's talking. He was talking in a megaphone 2 miles away. Ryan says speaker is the problem. And then Ryan called you a douchebag. That's horrible.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Ryan, dude. The funny thing is, the phone, I don't know anything about iPhones, so this is obviously the business phone. Do you have an iPhone, Eric Zane?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the like the battery indicator thing, usually it's like green when it is fine, but I'm in the fine zone and the battery indicator is yellow. So I think something fucking is going on.
I
with
think
this
you
phone.
have it. You might have it on power save mode. If you go to settings, hit battery, and then toggle off battery save mode.
Oh shit! I'm about to do this, Eric Zane. Now the only question is, okay, settings. You said what?
Hit settings, and then you go to click, scroll down to where it says battery. And then when you click, after you find battery, you tap that. And then, after that, there should be a spot that says battery save or some shit. And you just toggle that off. Ryan says you have to toggle off dipshit mode.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I did it, and I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know how that turned on. I mean, I never even fucking have clicked in there before. But all right, we're good now, baby. We're back in regular business, baby.
I'm glad the old man was able to talk the millennial through the iPhone.
I know, dude, and really what you're seeing here is an expose on my cheapness, which is no fucking way I'll ever get an iPhone. So I'm foreign to it, baby.
How old is your iPhone?
Oh, I don't even know. I have to ask Amelia. I'm not really sure.
All right. Back to your point about being cheap. I'm similar because, like, I drive a 20-year-old pickup.
Right.
It breaks my heart that I have to buy all these chemicals to throw in that fucking money pit pool in the backyard that I do not even go into. Okay.
Oh, no.
But I just had to drop $500 plus the cost to open it. So $800 on this fucking thing. And I'm the one who cleans it. But you know why I feel good about it is because it keeps my wife happy.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah, that's the all-time truth right there.
And then I drive that piece of shit ar, and she has to I have to keep her happy. Brand new car. I'm like, that's why I work. This is why I do this.
That is, I know. And it's like, well, you know, I don't know. I would never have a pool for the exact, my best friend, Cliff, who I do the Chippy show with, actually. He has a pool. And that's too much work. It would be way too much work for me.
Speaker to mouth.
Damn it. Okay. Oh, I'm back on it.
All right. Are you, is there anything else burning on your brain you want to talk about?
There is, there's not really a lot going on in the world right now, Eric saying, but there is two interesting stories that I got to say. This headline here, and this is on the AP News, it says, and I did not read the article, but the headline says, just keep swimming. Southern California study shows sharks and humans can share ocean peacefully, which sounds weird as a headline, right? So I did not read the story, but I imagine the story, like the main part of like the whole study just says, hey, don't fuck with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am a big proponent of just like sharks don't come walking on the land. We should not be in the ocean. Stay out of their way.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. A shark, I've seen shark attack videos and stuff. Like, I can't even imagine like the pure terror of being like just in the water and just fucking getting ripped apart by a shark, baby. That'd be rough, man.
Yeah, I think I'd rather die in a plane crash than get eaten by. I think a plane crash makes shark attack look like dying by pleasure, because did you see that one fucking moron jumped off the boat in the Bahamas?
I did not hear about this.
Kid's 18 years old. He goes on a booze cruise off of some like vessel where they like serve dinner and shit. It's not like a Caribbean cruise line ship. It's not that big.
Oh, okay.
But he's on spring break, or he's on it's a celebration because he graduated with all of his rich friends. And the dumb shit goes, hey, you dare me to jump off into the ocean? And they people have tried to debunk this, but it's undebunkable. He jumped off, and now this vessel, when they are done serving the meal, they throw the food that they don't eat off the side of the boat.
Oh,
so
fuck.
There's 8 billion tiger sharks swimming around waiting for the food.
Oh, fuck.
And this dumb fuck jumps in despite it saying hungry shark-infested waters. He hits the water, and he's like, hey, look at me. And all of a sudden, this goddamn Jaws 15-foot shark comes in and is going to eat him. And then they turn the phone away right when it eats him in half. It's incredible.
Eric Zane, I am so looking this up fucking immediately after we get off the phone because I want to see this, baby.
Oh, it's intense. I'll send you the link. Oh, God. You see a little blip of this giant shark who's like, oh, thank God, it's dinner time. And then, as days pass, there's been stories about, oh, yeah, that was not a shark. We are debunking that. It's like, yeah, you're just saying that so that nobody fucking freaks out, I mean, it's a horrible way to die. And they've been searching for this guy, and they can't even find a shoe. It's everything.
Oh shit!
And all they're gonna do is find like a finger and cat with completely surrounded by whale shit or a shark shit. That's all. That's all they're gonna find.
Man, you know what? Here's the thing, Eric Zane. I'm actually a big fan of when very, very stupid people die from, when they do a stupid thing.
Yeah.
That's just how I work. It's probably the Asperger's brain, but I'm really big into justice. So I'm always like, if you do something stupid, then the result of that thing is totally on you. You know what I mean? That's just how my brain works.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, let's keep that fucking kid out of the, the labor pool for sure, because he's going to do something stupid at somebody's business. So yeah, it's fine.
I was the same way, that's very sad, but this was inevitable. At 8, he's no doubt he would have killed somebody driving drunk or something later in his life. This was we need to praise the shark for eating him.
We should.
Tyler writes, or I should say, Ryan said the shark was drunk after eating the dude because he was completely bombed.
Man, I wonder. That shit. You don't think about that, but yeah, if you got that booze running through the old blood, yeah, it's gonna get into the. I wonder what a hammered shark is like.
Well, you're probably crazy. I mean, my God.
Probably goes and tells all his shark buddies about how he used to play football in high school.
Yeah, oh sure, that's what he did. He's like, oh man, I am fucked up. I just ate this kid, and oh God, I'm fucking great. I'm having a great day. Okay, hey, happy birthday, Sunday 34, and there you go, good to go, and I'm happy for you, and I hope you have a wonderful birthday.
All right, well, hey, I appreciate it, Eric Zane.
All right, talk to you.
All right, love you guys.
One more thing.
Yep.
Someone suggested that the paper, if it's around the Hudsonville area, could possibly be known as the Jamestown Bigot.
The Jamestown Bigot, huh? Well, yeah. Is it a joke thing?
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, you never know. You know what I mean? Like the Onion or whatever.
Yeah. All right, I'll talk to you, buddy.
All right, love you guys. Deuces.
See you. Deuces. I love that. Deuces. Always so much fun having Kyle. My God. That last one, is that a joke? LMAO. Yeah, of course it's a joke, you idiot. Ugh. That's a new drop. Is that a joke thing? Says Rick from TC Paintball. Oh, my God. Okay. What do we want to talk about now? I got one. Okay. Yes. This is the weekend that Grand Haven, which is like one of the epicenters of Ottawa impact. And it's kind of like the crown jewel, one of the crown jewels for tourism in the entire state. The local gays said, hey, we'd like to have a pride celebration to celebrate Pride Month. And the city agreed to it. And so the big day is coming up on Saturday. So like from 9 a.m. to like 7 p.m., going to be a lot of, street vendors and people showing their pride. And there's a parade where people go and they wave and they wear rainbow T-shirts and stuff like that. And I'm sure because the gays are great for trolling. The gays know, and I love the gays, as you know. I am an ally. They love it when the pearl clutchers lose their shit because they're in the presence of a gay person. They're incredibly homophobic. They feel uncomfortable. They don't like that. And the narrative these days by the right is that gay people are trying to like seduce children and molest children, and filth and drag queens means that they're trying to groom them and all that shit. They hang on to those ideas, which are 1,000,000% false. I don't need to go down the road and preach to you from a soapbox about how I feel about it. Let's just let the fun begin. So the big thing's going on Saturday, and they're getting pushback from all these conservative Christians in and around Grand Haven. I wish this was a 10-minute story. Whoops. Something's playing that shouldn't be, and I don't know what it is. Is it that? Yeah, I think it would be. Okay. Now that that's cleared up, audio check, video check. Away we go. Grand Haven Pride. I like how Wood TV starts it out with rainbow set. You know how much they're probably getting a ton of shit at Wood TV because the set looks like a rainbow, because that's all you need to do during the month of June. This is open season. War has been declared on gay supporters and gay people because the right has been given a voice. You know, all of the culture war that we're in right now, the most hated people on the planet are gay people, period.
Will hold its inaugural...
I should say people, most hated people in America are gay people.
Pride Festival this Saturday, but not everyone is happy about it.
News 8's Megan Bunchman joins us now with details on this. Megan?
Well, while Ottawa County continues to grapple with controversial issues that pit individual rights against religious and more conservative beliefs, the city of Grand Haven and its city council approved this weekend's Pride Festival. For the first time, the city of Grand Haven will host an official Pride Festival this Saturday.
Right here at Lynn Sherwood Stadium is where all of our entertainment is going to be, and then just a little bit to the, I believe that's our north, and we're going to have the market down there.
Committee volunteer Chelsea Folk says that despite pushback, she and her fellow committee members are happy to offer the area a free event that recognizes and celebrates the LGBTQIA community along the lakeshore.
With everything that's going on in the county, a lot of our LGBTQ plus community members, especially the youth, are not
Hold on, I gotta back this up.
Feeling like this is a lot of our LGBTQ plus community.
What is going on here? I'll give this to the local gays. They love showing skin.
Community members, especially the youth, are not feeling like this is a safe space for them to live and be their authentic selves.
The city council unanimously approved both the event itself and June as Pride Month, but not everyone is happy about the decision.
This year, I can't bring my son downtown for his birthday because I don't want to subject my family to an event that is sexual in nature.
It is? Really? So you're gonna are you suggesting that you're gonna go downtown and get an ice cream cone and there's gonna be a butt fucking booth? Is that and you know what? Look at the looks on all of these white fucks' faces. They are so concerned, and they all look the same. They're wearing the same shirt. This dude's holding a Bible. Look at it. He's holding a Bible right there. She's mad about it. Everybody here is furious. Oh, my God. I actually kind of want to be gay just to piss off these assholes. I want to walk around with a shirt of me sucking my own dick.
To both the event itself and June as Pride Month, but not everyone is happy about the decision.
This year, I can't bring my son downtown for his birthday because I don't want to subject my family to an event that is sexual in nature and unsuitable for children that will be taking place in the public space of downtown Grand Haven.
Folks.
Okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that there won't be anything sexual. There might be a dude dressed like a chick and a chick dressed like a dude, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the up and up.
Says they initially worked with the musical Fountain to also highlight the queer experience through music, but ongoing opposition may prevent that from happening.
Not the Fountain!
Fortunately, we're not sure if the Fountain Committee has approved it or not.
The festival runs from noon to 9 along the waterfront with local artists, market vendors, and queer-owned restaurateurs to be highlighted throughout the day. Karen Forbes, an immigrant from Mexico, says she's volunteering to pay it forward.
She said that for the first time that
she's really hated. She's Mexican with rainbows in her hair. I'm surprised if she's even alive after this piece aired.
Lived in Grand Haven. She's going to be able to hold her wife's hand downtown. And that was a very emotional thing that really hit me. This is why we do things for people to be themselves. And they love who they are in front of who they want to.
Okay, don't be so dramatic.
In public. So I'm so glad that we're going to have people like that just come and be themselves.
Now, the Ottawa County Health Department has also partnered with the festival to offer free Mpox and COVID vaccines. Sue.
Serving West Michigan since 1966.
The war continues. Kenny writes, they're not having orgies in the street. Relax. Tyler says, I can't bring my son downtown right now because there's Hershey time going on everywhere you look. Chris adds, so the colored lights in the musical Fountain are fine unless presented in a rainbow fashion? Is that what we're dealing with there? I'm not sure. Jimmy writes, the Westboro Baptists must be really busy this month. Are they still a thing? Ryan says the event is sexual in nature. People are having sex in public. It's so not. He doesn't want gays downtown, just methed up hobos. Chris says, isn't the Pronto Pups guy an ultra conservative? Is he going to close down for the weekend? I hope so. Linda says she hates that guy. I do too. Ryan does not like Megan Bunchman. What is wrong with you? Ryan says, I can't stand this reporter. Rick says, makes me want to say temperature. Is that a Kelly Cheese reference? Is that what I'm getting there?
That's so expensive. Yes. I looked it up. I was like, cars. Christmas, incredible. New York, come to Oregon. Come here. Temperature, algorithms, incredible. For crust, cripple.
To me, it's algorithm. That word is algorithm. She's not mispronouncing it. But it's always like when you watch a porno. When the girl deep throats the ding dong, okay, the ding dong is going in and out and hitting the back of the throat, and she's going. That. It's that sound. She adds that to the word algorithm. It's like deep throating the R's, right?
Cars. Christmas, incredible. New York, come to Oregon, come here. Temperature, algorithms, incredible.
That's so intense. Algorithm. The piece about Grand Haven was shot and edited by Mediocrity Dave. I did not know you were in that industry. That means you must work for Wood TV. I love Wood TV. I've got nothing but pals over there. Susan, Shaw, Brian, Sterling. Not to mention Megan and the team at the what's Byron Tollefson, fresh face, awesome reporter Ken Kolker. What's the name of the lady that I have a crush on? Susan Samples. Would you do that for me? Would you tell Susan Samples that I've got a crush on her? She is so top-notch. Kyle says, what about learning to count with Leon? Yeah, that was legendary. You know, Leon works for Grand Rapids Public Schools now. He's a spokesperson for the schools. All right. Oh, and the number one favorite. Hold on a second. Oh my God, I can't believe I stumbled through the name. Terry DeBoer. She is a freak of nature. As the years pass, she is getting more attractive somehow. I don't know how it's happening. There are a few rare unicorns that exist in existence. That's right. That's what I said. Exist in existence. This sounds like something my dad would say. Who have that ability to win the fight against Father Time. Like when she dies at 95, she's going to be incredibly attractive. Kyle adds Michelle DeSelms, without a doubt. Huge crush on her as well. Oh, my God. Ryan says, congrats on the 10-year mediocrity, Dave. Former TV zombie here as well. I didn't know that was the term. You're a zombie? Uh-oh. Got a puppy issue. I might have to go hand her off to Mom. If she's getting a drink, that means she's going to pee. You guys, hold right there. I got more show to do. But puppy's getting a drink, and I got to go hand her off to Mom. Linda says, don't wake up Diana. Well, I did. I go, hey, she has to go potty. And not even a bat of an eye for anger. And that is because I have been here in charge for the past week being a babysitter. So if I have the opportunity to just pass her off, I mean, don't forget, you know, I mean, it's been a real grind here, like I indicated. For fuck's sake. Check. More craziness going on with this. I'm having all sorts of issues technically lately. I apologize. All right. So that's what's going on in beautiful Grand Haven, Michigan. A lot of hatred. Too many people that live around where I live have a problem with gay people, and I just don't understand it. Where's Grandma? Well, she's on the grill. Prince George's County, Maryland, 71-year-old Margaret Craig, someone made a well check. Someone said, called the cops and said, "Hey, can you do a well check on old Margaret? We don't know where Margaret has been. Can someone please go over there and see what's up?" And the cops go there. And now the daughter of the lady and the granddaughter are accused of murdering and cutting her up and grilling her. What? Cole asks, is she okay? Well played. Grandma dismembered, grilled. Court documents say mother, daughter charged in murder. Audio check, video check.
Well, we have new details this afternoon about a gruesome murder in Prince George's County. A woman allegedly killed and dismembered by her daughter and granddaughter. It's a case that is stopping everyone in their tracks, and as Lex Juarez explains, it's posing a challenge for investigators, too.
Well, the details get more and more disturbing. Police believe that the murder happened on May 23rd. That following...
She's got a Kelly Cheese voice.
...weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Neighbors tell me that they saw Craig and Hardy prepping this grill with charcoal and lighter fluid. Those neighbors were headed out of town for the holiday weekend and assumed the family was having a cookout.
Yeah. If you're going to grill a person, I mean, points for doing it on Memorial Day. If you're going to have a chance of getting away, like, oh, wow, they're starting early with their grilling before we're leaving here. They must really be planning a big hoedown here. Yee, for fuck's sake.
According to court documents obtained by WTOP, it was 71-year-old Margaret Craig's dismembered body that was put on the grill that day. Her 44-year-old daughter, Candace Craig, and 19-year-old...
I don't know which one's the daughter and which one's the granddaughter.
Granddaughter Celia Hardy were trying to hide her murder. Investigators believe Candace Craig killed Margaret Craig by herself and that Hardy later joined her in dismembering Craig at her home in Landover and storing the decomposing remains in the basement.
What?
Police visited the home last Friday for a welfare check on Craig nearly 2 weeks after the alleged murder. When her daughter Candace let them in, they quickly smelled and found the remains in the basement.
There's a sign on their door that says, "Love gathers here." It should say, "Decomposition gathers here." Come on in for the cookout. I think their idea was cut her up, and then over the course of several days, we're going to grill her beyond so that it just burns. Can you imagine how long that would take? Like if you put a hamburger on the grill and it burns, how long it's going to take before the hamburger has actually disappeared?
This horrific attempt at hiding the remains poses a challenge for the medical examiner, who has yet to confirm the cause of death or that the remains are Margaret Craig.
But in this case, which is unlike any case.
Can you imagine being the team that has to go and gather the remains? I mean, talk about a job that you're like, I cannot believe that I have to do what? I have to go get grilled remains of grandma? Grilled and rotting remains of grandma. Jimmy says, what is the best sauce for grandma? My God.
I have ever seen or experienced here in the county. To say it's disturbing is an understatement. It's horrifying.
Well, Candace, Craig is charged with first-degree murder. Her daughter, Celia Hardy, is facing an accessory charge for assisting in the dismemberment.
I hope this chick drops in the word algorithm.
Well, both Craig and Hardy are being held without bond. The next court date set for the preliminary hearing is July 3rd. In Landover, Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Cars. Christmas, incredible. New York, come to Oregon. Come here. Temperature, algorithms, incredible. For crust, cripple.
Horrible. So that's it. I mean, my God. Yeah, eventually they're like, where could you? So I guess the thought was go in there, cook her till she's disappeared, and it was taking so long that weeks passed, and then the cops do the well check. They let him in. I think they might have admitted it, too. I think I saw that. It says officers visited the home. They noticed the stench. Candace murdered Margaret on May 23rd. Charged with first-degree, second-degree murder. Charged with accessory after the fact is the granddaughter. But, oh, God. Can you imagine if you, you're the cop investigating, and you know something's up, and you happen to open up that grill, and there's like a foot in there, and it looks delicious? Good God. Top 3 ways to die: plane crash, shark, or grill. Jimmy writes, we would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those pesky femurs not burning up quick enough. That's a Scooby-Doo reference right there. Weak one, though, by Tyler. I expect better out of you. This is beyond sick. Unbelievable. Hey, what'd you do? I embezzled a bunch of money. Yeah, I beat up my husband. I was peddling drugs. I grilled my mother. Jesus. So there's a species of catfish in Italy known as Wels, W-E-L-S, Wels catfish. Wels catfish are enormous. They're called Wels, and I think that is through the Germanic language. The same source for the word as whale. They're big. Now, there's rumored to be instances where these catfish would be like 9 feet or larger and like 450 pounds. But that's never really been seen. Typically, these fishermen, they're about this size. All right, now that's enormous. That's an incredible fish. But for the longest time, people were like, well, is there really the elusive 9-foot catfish? Yes. Now, what you're about to see just happened. The fish was released. It is alive. This majestic beast. This is an absolute monster. This is the type of thing that makes me not only, I already don't want to swim in the ocean. I wouldn't want to swim in lakes knowing that this is there. Look at this. And if you are listening to the audio podcast, you must click on the link to be able to see it. But he did it. This guy, it is a world record. A 9-foot catfish. Larger than 9 feet. There he is when he got the thing in. He's just got a fishing pole to reel it in. That's it. Just a fucking fishing pole. It's a 450-pound fish. Look at that. My God. Have you ever seen something so horrific in your life? Son of a bitch. Look at the mouth on that thing. Absolutely horrible. I don't know how you catch something like that and not want to just blast it with a shotgun. Jesus. So the way this unfolded for this dude, as Tyler writes, I refuse to swim in lakes/rivers because of shit like this. You know, I agree with you. Because if I'm in a river, the last thing I want to do is see something that reminds me of a former Zaniac. The last thing I want to do is see a fish, and in my head, I hear,
"You suck a big black dick because I know you want to, Eric."
But nevertheless, like Kuipers, he says, "Oh yeah, man, I'm." He loves that. He goes, "You guys are pussies." Hey, dickhead, these things do attack humans. Let me go over a little bit more about this guy. Fishing solo on a boat in Italy's River Po, known for its Wells catfish. Alessandro Biancardi made a dream come true by landing the biggest Wells catfish anyone's ever seen, and he almost lost his boat in doing so. He says, when it surfaced for the first time, I really realized that I hooked a monster. Adrenaline started pumping hard, and the fear of losing it almost sent me into a panic. I was alone facing the biggest catfish I've ever seen in 23 years. Now, I want you all to know that I think fishing is stupid. It sucks. Okay? It's horrible. First of all, I feel bad for the fish. Second of all, I can't really say that. It's kind of hypocritical because I just ate a bunch of fish that charity scam Mike caught. I just think it's boring. I think that's my biggest problem. I just can't get into it. The ADHD kicks in, and it's just fucking stupid. But I do feel bad for the fish. Just like I would feel bad if I saw like a cow, like a real cow. To me, the meat at the store is not a cow. It's just meat, you know? It's really a sliding scale of morality. Like, I feel bad for those animals until I get hungry. He says, I tried gloving its mouth 2-3 times. I guess that's when you just grab it, but it was too strong. So I decided to go in shallow water trying to land it from shore. And after a few tries, I managed to land it. He tied up the catfish to the water, in the water, to let it recover and phoned friends for help measuring the beast. Then I suddenly realized the boat was not anchored and it was going away in the current. I was forced to have a swim to recover it with all my stuff. Eventually, he and the friends managed to measure the fish. 10 witnesses looking on. The Wells catfish stretched 9 feet, 4.4 inches long, qualifying it for the International Game Fish Association all-tackle world record for length by 1.6 inches. He sent the paperwork into the IGFA pending. It is a pending world record. This is something that, was written about in storybooks. The Wells catfish over 9 feet, and nobody had ever seen one. In like hundreds of years, and this fucking guy landed it. I was very curious about the weight, but I feared stressing it out too much. That rare of a specimen, so I decided to safely release it, hoping it could give another angler the same joy he gave to me, he said. So he let it go, of course. Can't imagine keeping something like that. You got a 450-pound monster. This is also, by the way, proof that there are aliens among us. I mean, Jesus, look at this fucking thing. Oh, God. What a hideous beast. I would have dropped the pole and ran. Ugly, ugly creature. It's got to make like a noise out of its mouth, right? If you're a fish that big, it has to know how to say, fuck you. Something that enormous over the years, because it's got to be like 500 years old, right? It has to know how to say fuck you. I just can't imagine it not learning to say fuck you at some point. So if you reel that thing in, it's so rare, it looks at you and says, hey, suck my fish dick. Fuck you. My God. Jimmy says another horror movie idea. Yeah, we could just title it The Fish That Said Fuck You. Tyler says, if it's a Zaniac, I'm a 50-year-old fish doing what a 50-year-old fish would do.
I'm a 50-year-old man doing what a 50-year-old man should.
Rick writes, these comments are on point today. Good one, Tyler. I love the comments. The comments are a portion of the show. I count on the comments, which coincidentally brings me back to why I hate it when the Hinsons bogart the comments. Which why today it's enjoyable. Because Mr. and Mrs. Hinson are not bogarting. You'll know when they start to bogart. Because you see the name pop up like the way I just indicated. This is, okay, see where it says Eric Zane Live there? It said Amanda and Kenny. That's the only. And then how am I supposed to go ahead and do my job of reading the comments when this is what I see? Do you maybe get an idea of what I'm going through? Then I have to go back, scroll. It's a pain in the ass. Well, anyway. Congrats to that guy on your stupid big fish. That's horrible. The Wells catfish. I learned something. They have a lot of defense, those things. First of all, I was reading about the Wells catfish. The Wells catfish have rows of teeth, and then they have like barbs. I don't know if you ever caught a catfish before. I have fished before. And the barbs on a bullhead or a catfish, they can fuck you up pretty good. So I'm guessing that the barbs on a Wells catfish could fucking kill you like a crocodile hunter, you know? Got to be careful with that shit. All right. That's enough of that. Hire me on Cameo, cameo.com/Eric Zane. It's been great. It's been a while since I've had one, so hire me, cameo.com/Eric Zane. About $20 is what it'll set you back. Maybe workplace achievement. Somebody's celebrating a birthday. You want to roast somebody. Maybe you have a former boyfriend that used to treat you like shit and you want me to say something to him. I can send one to Oakland, California. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Thank you, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. You must get your cars repaired there. Thank you to everyone who's brought cars to them in the past. Thank you for always supporting the sponsors. 616-532-6600 for Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Conveniently located right in the middle of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Worth the trip because they are the best. Early bird drop-off, late bird pickup. You can get a loaner car for free so that it doesn't mess you up when it comes to getting to and from work. Irvine's, the absolute best. 616-532-6600. Mention my name or check out their website, irvines.com. That's ervines.com. And then, batting last in the order today, the Kent County Health Department. So important that everyone has the all the information they need when it comes to knowing how to keep the family fed. Now, if someone is in the unfortunate circumstance where maybe money is tight and getting food would be difficult, it may not be you. It might not be someone you know or love. But if it is, this is here for you at your disposal. The first step is reaching out to the Kent County Health Department about how you could get in on that WIC action to get that card that gets you those important food items, bread, meat, butter, milk, things like that. Formula for the little ones. Kent County Health Department has all the information you need about the WIC program. Okay. Ashley says, do I have to hire you on Cameo to get a happy birthday? Is today your birthday? Of course not. I always say hi to people on birthdays. Cameo's more for like, hey, I'm getting this for my husband. It's his birthday. Any regular Joe says, happy birthday, babe. That would mean if today is your birthday, and it is, you share a birthday with my older brother, World Book Jim. June 8th. I don't know the year you were born. Don't tell me. You never asked that. I don't want to know. Jim was born June 8th, 1966. If you're into numerology, if you know anything about the Bible, Jim was born June of 1966. And that's 666. That's the number of the devil. Now, in the Bible, it's said more than once that the number of perfection is 7. 666, one short of the beast, or one short of perfection. It's the beast. 666. We all know that. It was tattooed on Damien's head. 666. So Jim, born 6 of 66. I was born 7/7/70. So 777 is in my birth date. 666 is in his. When I figured that one out, I was so quick to point that out to him. You realize you are the spawn of Satan, and I am perfection. I mean, talk about, if you have a sibling rivalry going, talk about, you've got the ultimate trump card, if you will. 7770. Oh, fuck. But the very young and multi-talented dog stealer, Ashley, our pal, any old Joe, former beau, is 38 today, she says. Well, you don't look it, my dear. Happy birthday to you. May it be wonderful. She says, I'm spending it in Grand Haven. I'll check on the house for our pal, Any Regular Joe. I don't know if you know this, folks, but Any Regular Joe is a regular listener of the show. Yeah. He lives in Portland, Maine now. He's got he's got a ton of PPP cash in his pocket to buy climbing shoes. And there he is. We are rekindling the relationship between Any Regular Joe and our very own dog stealer, Crazy Ashley. You see, everybody listens to the Eric Zane Show podcast. I'm so happy about that. Of course, there's only 32 of you right now. 32. It's one of the biggest embarrassments on Twitch that only 32 people enjoy the show at any given time. Kyle Ryan says he's one of the gays. Kyle Ryan says, careful in Grand Haven, people might be having sex in the streets. I cannot believe that guy said that. I cannot take my kids to Grand Haven for their birthday because there's porno in the street. I hope that they do that. I hope that they actually go to that guy's house and start fucking on the front lawn. Jesus. Jimmy says, I just fired up the grill for my mom. Thank you, Jimmy. Be careful out there. It is time to award our asshole of the day. Who could it be? Could it be the kids who got Hershey time? Diana returned home. Could it be Matt Barassa? I don't think so. How about the two that cooked up grandma? We talked to Kyle from Dumpster Divers and how he is advertising in a racist publication called Hudsonville Bigot Living. Ashley's birthday today. We talked about the Hinsons. I don't think the Hinsons could be the asshole today. Yesterday it was Kenny, which was just hysterical. I want to make it that Grand Haven bigot, but, I mean, if you think about it in the grand scheme, that pales in comparison to the Maryland Grandma Grillers. They are your assholes of the day, brought to you by TC Paintball. Yeah, you can't not get that award if you grill grandma. Cut up grandma and put her on a grill. Holy shit. Now, I guess the question is, do they put that grill out by the side of the road with a sign that says free? You know, when they're liquidating the home, just like they try to liquidate grandma? Grandma always tastes better when you smother her with Sweet Baby Ray's. Everything tastes great with Sweet Baby Ray's. That is the world's greatest barbecue sauce, without a doubt. Cole suggests that Matthew Barassa get the asshole of the day for saying yee. No. They'll probably sell you the grill, Eric, along with your murder mattress. Well, that's just ridiculous. It's not like I use the mattress. Maybe I did. Okay, thanks. Not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast happens on Friday. And then on the Patreon, something to listen to while I'm away. Thank you, folks. I'll talk to you later on today, though, on the Patreon bonus podcast. Have a good one. Thank you, and goodbye.